Back. For those of you who just tuned in, you're tuned in to the Authentic Prophetic Experience live with me, Pastor Prophetess Cindy Philemon, and you're tuned in to WSDO on your 1400 AM favorite dial to the most popular radio station in Sanford, Florida and surrounding areas. I tell you, even early this morning, I'm really excited of what God is doing in the lives of his people. And I wanted to explain to you and get back with explaining to you when I said about we being able to shift the atmosphere. I tell you, I thank God for everything that he's doing as you go higher in God. God teaches you and he equips you, people of God. Everything that you need is on the inside of you. But I'm saying that when someone has a bad spirit, you don't have to sit there and connect with that bad spirit. What you say, when they treating you a certain way, treat them with love in spite of. And I thank God because it's like God switching the atmosphere when you do that. It's like when you feel somebody and you sensitive to that, what you do is you switch it by saying, well, good morning. If they don't speak, say good morning. How you doing today? You understand what I'm saying? As you do that, whatever they're going through, you shift them from out of that and you bring them into your world. You understand? When people sit there and they get you all upset or they try to come to you with all kind of stuff, what it is, they're pulling you into their world. They're pulling you into their drama. And I want you to say, if I had a message for today, it's going to be no more drama. And the reason why it's going to be no more drama because God is shifting things in your life. No more drama. No more drama. And why I say that is that I know that each and every family, they have something that they're going through. You understand? And then with that, what they're going through, when they learn how to conquer that, when they learn how to master that, then God calls them to come even higher, people of God. But the main thing it is first, God's going to teach us how to master ourselves. When God teaches us how to master ourselves, then we'll be able to master different things that are going on, even in our surroundings. First of all, how to master yourself is being obedient to the things that God tell you to do. When God say don't do, you don't do. When God say go, you go. You understand what I'm saying? When you be obedient to what God is telling you to do, then everything else will fall in place. Because everybody's getting tired of that super pseudo hero, that you such a hero that you don't never go through nothing. But when you can share with someone else some of the things that you went through, that helps pull them out of from where they're at. You understand? We as ministers of the gospel, we are never to look at people where they're at right there. We are never to just listen to their pity parties. But when they get ready to go that way, then we'll stop them and then we'll let them see themselves as the way that God sees them. That's just like there could be a spoken word where you could speak into existence things in their lives. And there's also a prophetic word that you can give. There's a difference between that. And it's like each time God be dealing with me, I'll be like, oh my God, because it's like more and more and more. And it's like I can sit there and like just like with our prayer team, I was sitting there and as I was talking with them, it was like, whoa. And it was like getting deeper and deeper. And yet they don't even realize, even as God was sharing that with me, he was just giving me the download right then. It wasn't something that I always knew, but it's as I'm speaking, the more that you give out, the more God puts in you. And there's times that God wants us to be able to have that one-on-one time with him. He don't want us to be able to do anything, especially I be telling people, when your spirit is not right, that's not time to do matters. That's not time to handle situations. You understand? Your spirit need to be at peace because we got to realize when we operate, we can't operate in the natural realm, people of God. We have to operate in the spiritual realm. That's even handling finances, even paying bills. Because you know what? When you be in the right spirit, when you handling and doing different things, God will work supernatural miracles, people of God. God showed me something this past weekend that blew my mind. And all I did was go out and do what he told me to do, ministering. And I love ministering and winning souls to Christ. And then all of a sudden things started falling in place. I started meeting people. And I'm telling you, people of God, we have to come in a place of God where we can always dwell in his presence. Because you know what? If we could really, really come together like God wants us to come together, ain't no way in the world the devil could have havoc like he's doing. You know why? Because at the end, God's still gonna win. When Jesus was on the cross and he said, it is finished, it is finished. Jesus said it's finished. You are victorious no matter what it is that you're going through. You understand? So that's why I said a lot of people that they'll sit up there and they'll be trying to pay bills. They be like, Lord, no, come no. Lord, I thank you that you gave me the money that I could take care of my bills. Lord, I thank you that you gave me the money where I could do different things. And you know what? When you keep on keeping that spirit, guess what? God will cause money to come to you. God will cause money to come to you. God, if you God tell you to do something, you better believe, people of God, God's going to provide a way. But what it is, he wants to build up our faith. Just like when people go to the gym and they lose weight, God wants us to build up our faith in him. Because there's no good thing that God will withhold from us. But God wants us to be about his business. Because if we be about our Father's business, God gonna take care of our business, people of God. God will cause everything around you to change, even people. And I thank God because there was a time my niece came in and she was like, ah. And I said, oh, backtrack. Let's try that again. Well, good morning. How's everybody doing? Isn't this a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day that the Lord has made? He created just for me and you. You know what? It's shift. And this is what I'm saying, people of God. You can't look at where you at. You got to look at where God is taking you. If you look at where you at, you would never succeed because you'll be too busy thinking about what's happening now. But see, when we know that we're spiritual beings, guess what happened? In God, we move, live, and have our beings. And guess what? In him, we can do marvelous things. Because when we see ourselves as wonderfully made by him, people of God, there is no good thing that God will withhold from us. And so all this in life is an experience. But God wants us to be able to enjoy life. You understand? I don't care if God made a way for you to take a vacation. There's somebody you can tell about the good news of Jesus. And then sometimes you don't even have to say a word. I had somebody tell me one day, this just a glow about you. There's something about you. Is you saved? Is you a Christian? And that's what I'm talking about, people of God. And then could be the lead way that you can go on and you can tell somebody about the gospel of Jesus Christ. You understand? And that's why I said I thank God, because I used to always wonder, what was God saying about don't cast your pearls among swine? Okay, that's just like when I walk by person, because there's times where God will have me just hold somebody and they could be right there facing death, and I hold them and I pray for them. They don't even know that I'm praying for them, but they can feel the presence. And they look at you like, oh my God, because they felt something just shift. Yes, you got the power to even rebuke death off of people. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where God wants us to be. And then there was a gentleman that I had walked by, and he was obese. And I wanted to get ready to pray for him. And God said, if you do it now, he's going to still do the same thing that he's doing. He still aren't going to change his eating habits, praise God. So I was like, whoa. So there are some times when God will have you not go to a person right then because they're not ready. But when they're ready, that's when God will have you to go. And if he don't have you to go, he has somebody else to go to. You understand what I'm saying? Because we got to want it bad enough. God want to know, do we want it bad enough? We know good and well, if we eat certain things, it's going to kill us. You understand? So God tells us, if you want to live here longer, you got to sustain from this, sustain from that. I have more discipline in my eating habits than I ever had before. And the reason why was that, because when I used to go through things, even when I was a child, I would eat my way. You understand? Feeling better. And then that carried over to me in adult life. You understand? So I said, no more, no more. So now I got to work out, firm up. You understand what I'm saying? But that's where God wants us to be at. You'll be surprised that some of us are dealing with things that happened in our childhood. So you know what? By me conquering that thing that was happening to me in my childhood, now when I see it in other people, I can sit up there and I can talk to them and I could go and minister to them. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say, just like a person, they sit there, they'll smoke cigarettes, and you'll say, well, you know what? That ain't really good for you, right? And then they'll sit up there and say, well, you got to die for something. You got to go next. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're not ready. And I'm telling you, you partake when God telling you to do things, you be obedient to that what God is telling you. And that's why I said that people are hurting, people that are going through, and people need a rhema word. They need a right now word from God. And that was just like when I was went to that church this past Monday, and I was getting ready to go on consecration anyway. And that man came right out and just said it. You continue to do that, boy, what God to do, da 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 da. So I was like, wow. Because God will meet you right where you at. And then what happened is that when you around that flame ignites. You understand what I'm saying? He on fire. We all on fire. We all get on fire. And all that do is when we come in the midst, all of us, what he said, God says, iron sharpeneth iron. We sharpened each other. And guess what? It's more power. And everybody in that room gonna show up in. I mean, it was laid out all over the place, people of God. You know, and I just thank God for everything that he's doing in our life. Because God said, cry loud and spare not. But too many people want to water it down. Too many people want to sugarcoat it. Oh, if I say this, if I say that, they ain't gonna give. But you know what? They don't have to. Gotta call somebody else to do and be a blessing in somewhere else. So people of God, God will sustain you. But you can't worry about what you got to do here, there, and there, because God's going to provide it. God's going to give you the wisdom and the knowledge and know how to do different things. And you'll be amazed by yourself. And people wonder how in the world you do what you do. It's because of God. God give you wisdom. And I thank God, because God will cause people to push you out your comfort zone. You be sitting up there fearing a little bit. And they'll sit there and push you out their comfort zone because they know, okay, it's time now. You can fly now. Don't just sit back. It's time for you to get out that nest. It's time for you to soar. It's time for you to fly. And people of God, you got to realize when you start flying, you're not flying just on your own. You're flying to be a blessing to other people in the lives of other people, people of God. Because when you start flying and God start blessing you, then you also be able to bless other people, not just with your word, but you'll be able to bless them with their finances. That's why when God gives you favor with people, you never take advantage of that. You have integrity. You walk in that integrity. You understand what I'm saying? And as you continue to walk in integrity, God's going to bless you. And that's where so many Christians have failed at. And then when things don't happen, they wonder what's going on. But you know what? God wants us to have integrity. And there's some of you out there that God said, you got to get it right. There's some things that you got to get it right. That what you left slacking. That's what you left lacking. God said that's why your ministry ain't taking off the way it should. Because you got to go back. You got to apologize. You got to repent. You got to make right what went wrong. And I thank God, because that's why I tell all of us, every last one of us, it doesn't matter. When we come before God, it don't matter what title we have, whether it's apostle, whether it's bishop, whether it's teacher, pastor, prophet, we all have to come clean before God. We all have to come before the throne room of God. And when we come before God, we can't come before him with our titles. I don't even come before him with my name. I just say, Lord, here I am, your humble servant. Here I am, your daughter. You understand? Because we got to know that we serve a mighty, powerful God. You understand, people of God?